Heath here from pickinglessons.com. Pig Ankle Rag. This is a great tune. We're in the key of D, standard tuning capo 2. In a moment we're going to take a look at part A of the tune here in this video. But if you head to pickinglessons.com, you've got to grab yourself a copy of the tablature there, the complete arrangement. In the member section we'll also break down the B section in a lesson, and you'll have play along and backing tracks there to help you out as well. Now, we've got this A section, we've got 12 measures in each part. We are in the key of D, so we'll just capo it up a fret 2, and basically we're playing out of a C position next to the capo. Now we have this 2-bar pickup into the main melody. So we have this before we head into the main melody there. So this is just as we enter into the tune. It's a nice little intro to it. Now we do start on the first beat here, and there's a lot of syncopation throughout the melody, so we'll make sure our right hand is really following the pick direction as we go. Left hand moves around a little bit, but it's pretty straightforward. We'll check it out. This opening little passage, yeah, on the G string, on the 3rd string there. So that right hand, down, up, down, down, yeah. We're playing this with a bit of a swing feel as well, so as we go, rather than taking it straight. So we are just going to keep that in mind as we go through. And a couple of staccatos there on those last 2 notes of the measure. Yeah, pretty straightforward. All the picking directions in the tablature, as is your left hand fingers as required. That open B in the 2nd measure of the pickup. Yeah. Now, the melody, these 2 pickup notes form really that entry into the 1st measure of the melody for part A. So these are 2 notes on the offbeat, so we're going to play them as an upstroke. Yeah, on the 3 and the 4 and, 3 and 4 and. So that whole pickup to get us into the 1st measure, 3, 4. And those staccato notes, that little dot either below or above the note head, that just means we're going to cut it short. So we're going to give it a little bit of a punch by cutting it short. We do have that throughout a little bit as well. Let's move on into part A, the beginning, the 1st measure there. So we have this melody which features through this section. Alright, so what we're doing is, it starts over the G chord, very typical of the rag to start on the 5, yeah? So the G shape. Now, this little melody, that 1st finger's on that 1st fret, 3rd finger, and our right hand down, up, up. Yeah, so another short note there with that rest following there on the 3 and. One more time, ready and. Yeah, so those upstrokes, really important to get those in the right position. So this syncopation is important. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah, offbeat notes. Repeat that. Somewhat in the 2nd measure. So from the beginning up to halfway through measure 2, ready and. Yeah, one more time, ready and. Second little bit here in this 2nd measure. It's on the offbeat, so 3 and 4 and. Moving into measure 3, we'll come back and we'll piece all this together as we go. So the 3rd measure along. Yeah, repeating idea twice through there. Holding that 1st finger in place on the 1st fret. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Remember, we're playing with a bit of a swing to it, so not played straight. We're going to try and give that little bit of a swing or shuffle feel. 4th measure along. So here, that quick grace note, hammer on there. So 1st and 2nd fingers to the E or the 2nd fret there. Then those 2 pickup notes on the upstrokes, they're like as we enter into the tune. So we'll come back through this in a moment because the 2nd half is somewhat similar. So when we hit the 4th measure along, 5th measure along, almost the same, yeah? So the first 8 measures are almost a repeat of the first 4. We'll sit on that for a moment and we're going to check out the last 4 measures and then we might come back and put the whole thing together. So as you practice, it's a good idea to chunk it up. So you'd be working on the first couple of bars, first 4 bars perhaps, get used to those and then start putting these parts together. But we're going to fly through this to the end and then we'll have a once through and then you can go off and practice. So from the last little section here, so measure 11 in the tablature, a very typical rag sort of ending there, yeah? Very cool. So what we have here in measure 11, yeah, swinging our 8ths. So second finger into first, alternating our picking, measure 12. Here we need to change hand position. So we're going to get that second finger up to fret 4, yeah, with that rest in there on the 3rd beat, giving us that space. Yeah, notice that little punch by doing that. Measure 13. Same idea there with that little rest. Still in this position with the fingers there, second and first. Change position to conclude this section. And we will go around twice, yeah? So these opening 12 measures of part A, we do play twice. Let's have a look. So that's pretty cool. Just watch the fingers where we're playing. It's all on the tablature. The right hand just follows that 8th note rhythm style that we usually do, but making sure that we're really watching the syncopation. So where those accents are moving to the offbeat, yeah? We're gonna have a once through. We're gonna include the pickup from the beginning through to the end of part A just once. Let's run it slow, just so you can have a listen and then go off and have a bit of a practice. So from the top, 2, 3, 4. Pick up there is just like at the beginning, yeah? So you can get yourself into a bit of a loop there and work on that A section. So when we do repeat back, we don't play the pickup, yeah? We just go back to the beginning of what is measure 3 in the tablature. So really watch that right hand, watch the position change towards the end there. We're moving up the neck to cover those frets as required. Play it with a bit of groove. The faster we go, it's going to start to kind of lose a little bit of that swing shuffle feel, yeah? But have a play around with tempo. It could certainly be a little slower, but certainly if you want to go a little bit quicker, just be mindful that we still want to be getting that sort of shuffle feel. And if we did play it straight, it'd be somewhat more like this. Not quite as cool, yeah? And if you're not sure, the shuffle or the swing feel is really, we're just altering our 8ths, so we have long, short, long, short, long. If it was even, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and with the shuffle, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. But keep an ear out for it and you will pick that up. Okay, now head to pickinglessons.com and you can grab yourself a copy of the complete arrangement for the tablature there. In the member section though, we will break down part B and we'll check out the melody for those 12 measures and you'll have some play along and backing tracks there to get you going once you get to know the tune. So pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.